Identity column in SQL Server is a column where value is auto-generated. You will have an option to define the column as an identity when you create a table in Design View or T-SQL script. At the end of this video, I will show you how a small pizza store POS application auto-generates the order number. So we are going to create a table using a design view. So I'm going to right click on tables and click a new table. Now I'm going to type the name of the column, and the data type is going to be integer because we are going to keep the value for integer value in that column. Now we are going to mark this column as an identity. So let's go to the column properties, and this is the identity specification. We are going to change that is identity to yes. Now I have an option for identity seed. Over here by default it is 1. The value of first row in order number will be 1. So for example, if I choose that to 5, the value of the first row in order number column will be 5. Seed, identity seed is always the initial value of your column. I will keep it default for now, which is 1. And now I have for identity increment, which is 1. So default value is 1, which means that number will increment by 1. If the initial value is 1, which is the seed, and the identity increment is 1, so that means the second value will be 2, the third value will be 3, and so on. You can change the auto increment number value as well. So for example, you can change that from 1 to 3 or 4 depending on your requirement. I will keep the default value for identity seed and identity increment. So the second column is going to be the name. Third column is going to be the address. And the last column is going to be the toppings. Now I'm going to uncheck the allow nulls because I want to keep all the values, insert the values for these columns. So I'm going to uncheck that right now. My data type for name, address, pizza size, and toppings are nvarchar, which is the variable length string data and can support Unicode characters as well. Now I'm going to right click on here and click save, and I'm going to type the name of the table, which is for pizza orders, and I'm going to click OK. So if you do not see that table under tables, you can just right click and click refresh. So you're going to see dbo.pizza orders. Now I'm going to insert the values for dbo.pizza orders. So insert into dbo.pizza orders, and then my values. So let me check what are the columns I have and what values I need to insert for these columns. So order number is an identity column, so I do not need to insert any value. So I'm going to insert the values for name, address, pizza size, and toppings. So let me actually copy the values from my block. I'm also going to put the link of the blog in the description of my video. So let me go to the blog over here for identity column. You can also click on SQL T-SQL programming tutorial and click on identity column in SQL Server to go to that article. So now I'm going to copy the values for pizza orders, and let's go over here and I'm going to paste it over here. So insert into dbo.pizza orders values. That's my command for insert, and this is the name which goes for here, and 123 test address is going to the address column. Then medium is the pizza size and cheese is the toppings. So I'm going to click on execute. So it shows that 4 rows affected because I have 4 values: Maya, John, Samir and Chris. We're going to retrieve the data from the table. So now we are going to retrieve the data from the table and click execute. So now I can see that all those values which I have inserted using that insert command, and we can also see that we didn't insert anything for the identity column, which is the order number, but the value is auto generated because it is an identity column. So it goes from the value which is the seat, which is number 1, and then it auto increments by 1. So the first value is 1, the second value is 2, and the third value is 3, and so on. Now if you need to delete the data from whole table, use truncate instead of delete, and I'm going to show you why. So now we are going to delete from pizza orders table. So execute, and it shows that 4 rows affected. And let's try to retrieve the data from the pizza orders table. And now I can see that we do not have anything. So let's try to add those data again. And now it shows that 4 rows affected, and I'm going to try to use the select command to see all those values again. But over here, order number, which actually started from 5, 6, 7 and 8. So it remembers what was the last value of your order number, and it auto generates the number from there. Best way to fix this issue to use dbcc check ident command. dbcc check ident will reset the identity value of your column. So I'm going to put the name of the table and then receipt, which is going to reset the value of your identity column, and then 0. To set the value of the next order number to 1, we are going to use this statement, and now it shows that current identity value is 0. So when we insert those values again, the next one is going to start from 1. So click execute, and now I'm going to retrieve those information and click execute. And as I can see, now the order number is started from 1 and incremented by 1. Another way to delete complete data from existing table is to use truncate commands. So we are going to use the truncate command, truncate table, and the name of the table, which is pizza orders. So now it shows that commands completed successfully. Now if we try to retrieve those information again and click execute, now we can see that all the values were deleted. So when we use the truncate command, we can see that all the values are deleted from the table. Now we are going to insert those values again and click execute. As we can see that we do not have to use dbcc check ident command for truncate operation. So when we use truncate, order number column is auto-populated with original seed value. Now I will show you one small pizza order application. This application auto-generates the order number by using the identity column. So let's bring up this application. Now, for example, Alex wants to place an order by phone and has given me the following information. I will enter his information and his address. And the pizza size is small and toppings. And now I'm going to click submit orders, and it shows that order submitted. And when the order submitted, order number with pizza size and toppings information printed on my POS printer for the chef. Now we can also view the information from pizza orders table by using the select statement. Now I can see that there is a new row added with the information for Alex order. So even though I didn't type anything for the order number is auto-populated. So now when Alex comes to my store to pick up his pizza, I need to ask the chef about the order status. However, chef doesn't know which one is Alex pizza. So in order to communicate with the chef, I need to find the order number. And if I have so many orders, I cannot look at the back end of the SQL Server to find that order number. But I'm going to type Alex name, and I'm going to find the order number from here. Click me find order number. So it shows that order number is 5, which is Alex's order. Now I can ask the chef about order number 5. Chef said that order number 5 is ready to go. Alex is also happy to get quick response from us and get his warm and fresh pizza. This is how identity columns help in many applications and make our lives easy every day. If you like my video, please click the subscribe button and hit the like button, and also visit my blog bi&sqldb.blogspot.ca. The link is below in the description. Thank you. See you next time.